Hey everybody, Damo here from the Charter Collection Fishing Charters and the Charter Vessel Diversity, bringing you another top catch bait and tackle fishing report. I'm in Stura Prior today. A couple of reasons. A, I need some more braid, and B, the Berkley Gulp Nemesis soft bait is out, and just so happens that Top Catch stores are the first stores in the market to have these baits, so I thought I'd better come and check those out and show them to you guys. So I'll quickly get straight to that, and then I'll follow it up with a report and what's been happening. It's been a bit of a stellar week out there too, so it's really it's quite appropriate that this new soft bait's actually on the market now, and that the fishing's really improving, so we're into a real good spring run. So here it is. This is the Berkley Gulp Nemesis, and you can see straight away the similarities to some of its other products, in that it has the wonderful scented juice, and it also is a very nice texture to hold, as is most of the Berkley range. So the striking thing about this, and I have taken a photo of this thing swimming in the tank, which I'll throw up later on, is its very long tail. So the normal grub tails are quite a bit shorter. This tail here, you can see, is quite long, and you can imagine when that's in the water, that would throw out a lot of action. So these are the things that make the fish bite, of course. So colour, action, scent, and that nice texture is all wrapped up in this very nice little package here in the Berkley Nemesis. So I'm really looking forward to trying these on. Match those up with one of the Berkley elevator heads. I've been using these too, they're real good. The thing I like about these is they come in a couple of colours, and they're good value for money, especially for us in the charter industry. Here's one of the elevator heads right here. Very straightforward rig, aquanautically designed, and you can see it's actually scalloped behind the head, so your bait will actually sit quite nicely in there. It's got the keeper on the hook, and it's also got that good quality hook as well. So I'll just quickly show you how to rig one of these. You've all seen this sort of thing, so this is like soft bait fishing for complete dummies, but these are very simple to rig. Basically it's just a matter of push this straight onto your bait, run it right around, get the hook to come out in a nice place somewhere in the belly, and there you have it. Simple as that. Whip that off. I'm putting that back straight back in the packet, taking that out tomorrow. The Nemesis baits come in a range of colours. Quickly running through those. There's the camo. There's the blue neon pepper, which is a real good shallow water bait, real nice colour, nice inshore bait, that colour. And then two of my personal favourites, which is the new watermelon, which is the one I've just been sort of playing with here in front of you, and then these two, which is the nuclear chicken. That's been around a long time, and things that stick around are good. That's as simple as that. So I don't know how many fish we've caught on this nuclear chicken colour, both in shallow water and in deep water, but it is a very popular colour for the fish and for you guys, the fishermen and woolman. And then there's my go-to, which is pink, and I tend to find that pink is pretty much a go-to colour for me, being more of a deep water snapper fisherman. That pink is a go-to colour for me for both my jigs, my soft baits, my slow jigs, and in my Berkley Gulps. So these are in packets at the moment, good sized packets. They're quite a nice big bait as well. They're a 6.5 inch bait, so it's going to attract quite a decent sort of fish. The tail feels quite durable as well, rather than the old, not the old because they're not that old, but the other grub tails had a shorter tail. They used to get nipped off all the time and only leave you with the barrel part of the bait like this. What I find with these is that it seems to be quite a durable tail, so I'm actually giving this quite a good yank, and it's sticking around. So that's +1 to Berkley from me, especially because there's nothing worse than going through a million soft baits just to catch 500,000 fish. So looking forward to trying these. Anyway, spring is here, and I tell you what, it has been going off over at the top of Coromandel. Where to start? There's just been so much happening. I'll start in close because in close has been fishing a little bit better now, and what we've been finding is that in behind Tirri on these windy days, like the boat was out yesterday 35 knots off the west, so it was pretty easy to go and fish in the lee of the land. They did try it a little wider, but it just got too boisterous and the crew went really into it, so they came back in close, burleyed up and got quite a few snapper. Nothing huge. The fish got up to about 50 centimetres. They were just stray lining and floating some baits back into the Berkley trail. There was a few carby, and the other thing inshore that we notice now is there's a few more sharks around, so that's normally an indication that things are coming back. Down on the top of the Firth and from sort of the Happy Jacks through to the Ahas, along that line there's been a few workups. A little sporadic still, but still pretty good fishing if you get into those workups. They're quite short, so the birds will rain in, the dolphins will be there might be a whale, and then 10 minutes later it's all over and it's very quiet again. The gannets will just sit around in the water and you're left there wondering what the hell happened, and the snapper just won't bite. So in this situation, and I've mentioned this before, go down tide and have a go there, because those bits will still be filtering down tide. Quite often the wind's going that way and so are you on the top getting blown along on your drift, but the tide's going this way, so all the bits are going to filter down and you probably need to go back upwind, restart your drift probably further than you think as well, because the water's quite deep out there, 40 metres, and start your drift say 200, 300 metres up, and start your drift back through and try and pick up anything that's still feeding on the remnants of that workup. Also down in the Firth, sort of between Ponui and Coromandel itself, you'll probably find a few workups down there. One of my colleagues has been down there hiding out of the wind in a smaller boat and been doing quite well. But we have been over at the top of Coromandel again, and we've just been having a stellar time over there. There's been some very, very nice fish. I'll throw some photos up at the end of this so that you know I'm not yanking your chain. I wouldn't do that anyway. I'm telling you how it is, where it is, and the fishing over there has been really good. I'm finding a lot of good snapper on the edges of the foul still, but now as they start to come into the Gulf in better numbers, they're spilling out into that area sort of south of Horn through to the top of the Firth and 50 metres there, and that is really good in there. So when it's on like Donkey Kong. When it's not, you've got to move around, you've got to try different drifts, you've got to look for a bit of sign, you've got to really hunt things down, and then you'll probably do okay. So, and try different things too. The other day we were all on bait and we're all hard out on the bait, and it didn't really come to fruition until somebody switched over and we went to one of the slow jigs. It was a bottom ship to be exact, and it was a silver and blue with the black dots on it. I talked about one of these my last report, I think. Anyway, we swapped over to one of those and we started getting fish on the bottom ship. So once that happened, we changed a few more over. We chucked on a couple of jitterbugs, there was a pirate jig, there was a couple of bottom ships, a couple of guys fishing with bait, and what we found is that when the fish started biting on those jigs, they also started biting on the baits too. So if you're out fishing with your mate and you're both fishing soft baits and nothing's happening, and you're both fishing jigs and nothing's happening, maybe one switch to bait, one switch to something else, and just see if you can get something happening. And you'll quite often find that just that little bit of activity, one fish bites, you might find that they think universally and all come on the bite. So that's another good thing to try. The other thing, if you're out there around in the Gulf at the moment, drifting around and things are a bit quiet, is put a live bait down, because the lack of commercial activity in the Hauraki Gulf at the moment, the lack of trawlers and the lack of Danish seiners out there, means there's a lot more John Dory, and the John Dory, I have always said, is going to die of old age inside the trawl line. And what I mean is that inside the trawl line, where the trawlers aren't going, or they aren't allowed, is that nobody is targeting John Dory. So you should do that, because they're probably one of the tastiest eating fish in the ocean, full stop. Anyway, you need to get to our Facebook page, because until the end of this week we are giving away some very cool prizes, and we're trying to get our likes up there. So get in there, like our Facebook page at diversity-fishing.co. Diversity-fishing on Facebook. Go to our website, charterconnection.co.nz, go to Top Catch, get into your new Nemesis baits from Berkley, the Gulp range, highly successful, probably the most successful range of soft baits in the entire country, or the world even. So get into those. Visit the Top Catch site too and check out what they've got going on there. They've got a weekly newsletter that comes out there the No Bananas website. So you want to get into that at topcatch.co.nz, and just keep an eye on the weather this weekend, team, because I've got this sneaky suspicion it could be a little bit dastardly on Saturday. Stay safe out there. This is Damo signing off from the Charter Connection Fishing Charters and the Good Vessel Diversity.